Okay,
That's easier.
let me start off. Did you record on the Roosevelt?
28 Roosevelt?
Did you do that one?
Yep.
Okay. And the other one is to approve application for 26 Truman Court. Accept the application for 3 President's Way. And approve the application at 28 Roosevelt Ridge with his mother. Okay.
All right, so there's 3.
Okay, and then the other one is to approve application for 26 Truman Court. And I've done that again.
That's why you thought you had so many.
And a motion to accept all of them?
I make a motion to accept all the AWOMs that were just read.
There's a motion on the floor to accept the AWMs for 28 Roosevelt, 26 Truman, and 3 Presidents as read, seconded by Lola. Any discussion? All in favor? What do you point? Oh, I thought you were pointing for discussion. Oh. 3 Presidents, 26 Truman, 28 Roosevelt. Those were the denials, right? We did those separate. We did those separate.
There are still some upstairs that have not been,
We did one for Ted Roosevelt.
Yeah, that's all.
I think that's done.
Did we do that last month? It hasn't done, so.
Yeah, no, I think I signed that, so that should have been.
I think that's done.
10 Roosevelt, I thought was last month.
Oh, so there were only.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 10 Roosevelt was done.
Last month?
Is it on last? Is it on the minutes for
Okay,
last
but
month?
this one says 10 Roosevelt what? Is this a denial? This is we have a denial for 10 Roosevelt
No.
here.
I see Truman Court and Lincoln Circle. That's denied.
I know, so if we have, but what I'm saying is if we have the denial here this month, we should have the approval in this month. You can't approve it and then last month and then deny it this month, right?
I'm not saying it on last month. Not there.
Okay, so we're missing one, or,
We'll have to take a look upstairs on the desk.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There might be something going on with it.
It definitely is, definitely an accepted. They're putting the house in as we speak.
I would think it would be accepted.
Oh, it is?
Have they
Yeah.
come in and signed the paperwork?
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything?
They've done everything.
I think
Okay.
it's probably slipped through the cracks. Yep.
They bought the new house. Yeah, yeah. They bought the new house.
Yep.
Okay,
Right, this is the bulldozer.
okay. All right, so there's a motion on the floor to accept the AWMs for 28 Roosevelt, 26 Truman, 3 Presidents, and tentatively 10 Roosevelt once we can locate the paperwork. Seconded by Lola. Discussion, we're good? All in favor? Everybody. All right, treasurer's report. Oh. Okay.
There's a bunch of them. Okay. This is for the approval for Truax contract price of $595 for the clearing of number 11 to number 15 catch basins. Number 2, we approve the removal of 9 trees from 16 President's Way. You want motions on that for each one or all together? That's what I thought you was going to do. Okay. To accept the plan to install a new unit in 1 Adams Circle per the Piper contract, including slab and all site work. The next one is to accept the plan to install a new unit on number 10 Roosevelt Ridge per the Piper contract, including.
Here it is, Joe.
Here it is.
There it is.
Right there. Okay.
You got the approval to accept the house. You just gotta locate the membership.
Well, this is to install the other membership.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Right.
Claudia, so that was, the install was last month. So
Right.
the approval has to be properly accepted.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, can we cover the membership? This is a work.
Yep.
Okay. The next one, to approve the removal of a small pine by shed at 54 Piper's Way at residence expense. To approve the removal of 5 aspens on south side and 1 pine behind the shed on number 10 Kennedy Drive. To approve a second driveway to be installed on 20 President's Way at owner's expense. To approve a 10 by 14 deck and 11.5 by 5 farmer's porch to be installed at 27 Adams Circle. To allow removal of 3 additional trees that were deemed diseased by Newcomb's at residence at 6 President's Way. The last one, the final, to allow 5 diseased trees, 3 on right, 2 on left by the shed to be removed at residence expense at 1 Jefferson Way.
Okay, can you check the one just before that? Is it 6 or 16?
Additional at 16.
16 President's Way?
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Thanks. I make a motion to accept the AWMs as read.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor to accept the AWMs as read. Motion made by Pat Webby, seconded by Lola. Discussion? All in favor? Unanimous? Right. Now on to the treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report. First, the May 2017 report, accrual basis. Here we go. Let's see. Total income for May, $143,623.66. Budget calls for $142,131. Expenses, administrative, $12,097. Budget calls for $13,660. Insurance, real estate taxes, and reserve, $13,953. Budget calls for $15,833. Because remember, the reserve payment isn't entered there on the accrual basis. Operations and maintenance, $7,125. Budget calls for $13,316. Thank you, volunteers. Capital improvement, $1,000. Loan interest, $66,112. Budget calls for loan interest and principal, $85,118. No tax payments or refunds in May. Utilities, electric, water, and heat, $2,994. Budget calls for $4,573. Total expenses, $103,284. Budget calls for $132,502. So the net ordinary income accrual basis, $40,339.24. Budget calls for $9,629. Cash basis, total income, $140,760. Total expense, $111,428. Net ordinary income, $29,332. The end of May, the total checking and savings was $1,012,265, of which $496,706 is held by ROC as tax escrow, debt service reserve, and the capital improvement fund. So that's the May report.
Motion to accept the May treasurer's report. report.
There's a motion on the floor to accept the treasurer's report for May, made by Lola, seconded by Pat. Nope. Right? Discussion? All in favor? It's everybody.
Okay, June report. And as Brenda knows, June came in yesterday.
Did you do a report? Really? Would you
Yes.
stay up all night?
Oh yeah, and then some. Now, on the June report, the Finance Committee obviously hasn't met on it yet, but I did do the report with some extra things on it because where it's the end of our fiscal year, there's a little bit more of interest, in the report. But so anyway, so we got this all done. So for June, the total income was $143,661. Budget called for $142,131. Oh, I should mention the reason, from Missy, the reason it came in so late was that for some reason, Rock did not take their payment for the mortgage last month in June, and they took 2 months in July. So Brenda, I hate to say it, you're already way over budget for the loan payments.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't control that. That's you.
You're the president.
That's you. You're the treasurer.
Wait a minute, did we pay a late fee?
No. They did it. I don't know why they did it. Who knows? All right, so total income, $143,661, budget $142,131. Administrative, $17,224, budget calls for $13,660. And I had a note for myself here. Okay, the administrative expenses for the year were over budget by $19,284 due to a couple of things. Due to the write-off of an extra $5,749 in bad debt from acquiring the vacant homes, because we couldn't recover all the rent we never collected, and an additional $14,316 in legal expenses, partially from acquiring the homes and partially due to 2 legal actions against the association. So that's on the annual basis. Okay, let's see. Insurance, real estate, taxes reserve, $14,107. Budget, $15,833. Operations and maintenance, $7,541. Budget, $13,316. And let's see. Operations and maintenance for the year was under budget by $37,000. Again, thanks to the volunteers. I think that's a pretty good deal, $37,000. Yeah. So, capital improvement, $10,500. Page is slowly working his way along. We're getting them all done bit by bit. Now, loan interest, $21,254. Budget calls for loan interest and principal of $85,000. Remember, Rock didn't take a payment, so that's what messed that one all up. Utilities, $3,429. Budget calls for $4,573. So total expenses, $103,284. Budget, $132,502. Net ordinary income, $69,603. Budget calls for $9,629. And again, you got a mortgage payment in there, so that's a very misleading figure. Cash basis, total income, $145,340. Total expense, $74,047. So net ordinary income, without paying the mortgage, $71,293. Total checking and savings at the end of June, $1,079,765, of which $472,245 is held by Rock as tax escrow, debt service, and the capital improvement. Okay, I mentioned about the Rock didn't deduct the loan payment. Total income for the year, we were over budget by about $9,000 because basically we started collecting on these houses that the association took over. Let's see. Okay, but utilities, one more thing on the, taking the annual basis. Utilities was over budget by, let's see, $1,140, which is not very much for the year, due to higher electric, heating oil, and propane costs. But we were $1,916 under budget for water. And we all got to remember, starting in July, we don't get our discount anymore. We're paying the full amount for water, so. And that's in the budget. Okay, that's June.
Motion to accept the treasurer's report for June.
Second. There's a motion on the floor to accept the treasurer's report for June, made by Lola, seconded by George. Discussion? Well, George already did. He did. No discussion? All in favor? Unanimous.
Okay, do you want me to take that on?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
The veterans discount.
Brenda's got in, and she stuck the secretary with, stuck the treasurer with it, of course, the veterans discount. Okay, just for those who may be newer in the park and don't quite know what the situation is, when we bought the park back in 2012, we noted that we had about 5 veterans with 100% disability that Mr. Piper was not charging them the $9 trailer tax that all the rest of us pay. So I think a lot of us thought at the time that the town was giving us a big break and they weren't charging us for it. They were. We did finally check with the town. The town said, we charge you for every single house you got in there. So we kept it, and we kept it going, and we had a few more added afterwards. Now, back in about November of 2015, we had some people that didn't have 100% disability and were asking if they would qualify for it. So at that meeting, we said that we would put it on the agenda for the annual meeting in 2016. It didn't get done. It just got